Alrighty, we are live. It's Sunday morning yet again, 11 o'clock Central Time. So, time for my crappy Sunday morning show, Film at 11, because it sure as hell beats going to church. And as a little bit of surprise, decided to pop the link to the StreamYards in, various circles. And we've got Kim Regic here, so let me add you in.
Yo, what's up, dude?
Hey, bro, how's it
Good
going?
to see you. Good.
All right, look like we're
Great
gonna
little morning show we got here.
yeah, little tag team this stuff.
Yes, sir.
All right, so add a little bit of filler before the stream gets going, and you're coming in blind, so you have no idea what I've got
Not
prepared.
a
You're
clue,
just like
man.
shit
I
pills.
saw the link. I was like, man, let me go hang out with Carrizo, man. This dude's cool.
Hell yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
So apologize if I'm a little bit down more than usual today. The last of my 4 pet rats I've had the past 2 years,
I'm
2.5 years died.
That, dude.
Yep. Rats are such amazing pets, and the worst thing about them is that they only get about 2 good years, maybe 3, but even then, usually that's, especially with females, which is what I prefer to have, they tend to get mammary tumors amongst other stuff, and all 4 of them had gotten kind of rough. 3 with tumors, and 1 had a seizure, but the last 2, seizure and last tumor, they fought hard.
Pets are family, man. They get close to you. I'm really, there with you, dude.
Really do. And they kind of, this gets a little metaphorical or some kind of little esoteric thinking, but they kind of symbolize just how long stuff's been a little rough for me, because I got them just before my life fell apart. So that cements that it's been, a good 2.5 years. And so
the end of an era.
Yeah, I'm not going to be getting any more for a while. For one, prices for pet rats have gone up tremendously, and I got to be everything around here. Yeah. And 2, that saves me, money in the long run. I've got additional cats that we rescued last about a month ago, so resources now get put into that. The mama and 2 kittens. I can take the cage down and use the desk for my plants, so I can reclaim main desk space. Not that anyone's seen my desk, because I stay hidden in the shadows, but I got a bunch of plants everywhere, and some of them are still alive.
So. Man, it couldn't be me. Cannot relate. I kill succulents by overwatering.
That's a bit of a problem I've had recently. Everything's just, nothing is quite happy at the moment, but I'm keeping things as alive as I can. I'm worried about the ficus, but I think it'll be okay. One of the Juanita's probably going down, and the lucky bamboo's yellowing here and there, but big cactus is doing fine. The ones in the window are okay. I'm going to move them in because it's starting to get cold around here. And whatever else doesn't manage to die, the ZZs are doing great, but ZZ plants, you have to try to kill those. Those things are amazing.
I'll have to look into those. Maybe that's a challenge for me. I have the opposite of a green thumb. They might be good for me.
The joke with them is, if you water them more often than you pay your rent, you're watering them too much. And it's true. They live on. They will be fine and happy for a month. Now, I have found that getting them out in some good sunlight and getting them some water when I do that, which usually I would do Sunday mornings, but I haven't felt like it the past couple, will cause them to want to propagate more. So they'll have the shoots come up, but otherwise they just sit there looking static. If you didn't know better, you'd think it was a fake plant. You really would.
Man, that might be perfect for me.
They are freaking awesome. About $15-$16 at Home Depot gets you one. The planter's coffee pot sized. They can get pretty big. I got a smaller one here, a bigger one here. If I bothered to do webcam, I would show you, but I don't even have one sitting around. Best I got's my laptop. But
yeah, usually I have to hook my phone up, and I'm not bothering with all that. It's Sunday, man. I'm not here to work.
Yeah, no. This is fine enough. Yeah, but plants, I'm not that great with them, but I do like them. I try my best, and yeah, it just depends, and every single one is temperamental. Anyone gives you, like, here's the instructions for, this cactus. You follow this and you'll be fine. Nah, it's just going to throw a fit one day. For some they just decide, nope, I'm done. But, you got the plants that'll grow in every little crack in the sidewalk, or take a freaking electrical line and be like, I'm just going to grow out of here. It's like, how do you even do that?
Some of them are troopers, man. I don't, especially living out here in the mountains, dude. You get to see some weird stuff growing in some weird places. Let me tell you something.
It's almost like they were designed to live in
no!
Couldn't let it go without a Hoven. I mean, look at the description. It's already your friend Caruso Tomato here. Oh, man. All right. So
I heard y'all went off on him recently. I saw that video you put up. Was it you or was it AJ just like reviewing something? You guys, somebody went on his show, man. I've been out of the loop for like the last week or two. But somebody went on his show and told him off, and then he had no answer, and then he went and did a video addressing all of the shit that he couldn't answer. And you guys just shat on him for like a good hour.
Oh man, it wasn't directly me. I'm not sure if AJ was involved or just had reshared. Because there's so much cross posting going on in our community. Because we try.
There is, man. It's so hard to keep track of everything.
It's the best kind of wild. So I'm not sure, but I know it's been these open mics haven't quite been going as well for Kent as he would expect. So.
Well, I mean, don't ask him that because he'll tell you he's won every debate he's been in, right?
Mm-hmm. You know,
I can barely
perfect.
I can barely keep up with his lackeys over at the Proverbs guys channels, and sometimes I'm just like overwhelmed with them. See, I couldn't imagine going up against Kent. I'd live up to the name of my channel, man. I'd tear my hair out.
I let everyone else handle all the other goobers because it is too much for me to pay attention to, too much for me to get involved in. I just don't have the energy.
I like the sideshow, man. I like throwing peanuts from the stands. I think it's funny.
Oh, totally. I can get that. It's just I ain't got the energy for it. Y'all are lucky I can stay awake during my own damn streams. For some reason, coffee makes me yawn. So I get coffee in the morning. I'm countering it out with some yellow Gatorade that I found. At least I hope it's Gatorade. Nah, it is. But no unexpected quality entertainment here. Well, I mean, I guess the entertainment is quality, but the quality of what is presented as entertainment is dubious at best. You will get all manner of jokes.
TLDR, no refunds.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
On the note of financially supporting, because I've got to whore myself out sooner or later in this, super chats and such should be functional. So if you have the means and want to toss a little bit my way, it would help me improve equipment, get some food, not buy stuff in Guild Wars 2. I would not use your funds for that. That sounded sarcastic, but it's true.
Yeah. Hey, man, is that your lawyer tapping you on the shoulder there?
Oh, yeah. Hey, Bob. How's it going?
Maybe you shouldn't be making promises you can't keep, Creaso.
Yeah. Well, don't worry. I'll just delete the live stream. It's not like anybody's recording this.
Oh, so we are pulling a Hoven today.
Hoven. And then I'll double down on it. You pay me. The money's going to a good cause, because if I buy the new skins in Guild Wars and one of my characters gets a pretty outfit, then I'm slightly happier and I don't, just go into a depressive slump, and I can keep on spreading the good news that Ken Hoven is a fucker.
You see, God says that you can't mix fabrics, okay? So I have to get this other skin on the Fortnite because it doesn't have mixed fabrics in it. That's what God said, Hoven.
Oh my God, I'm imagining Kent playing Fortnite now. Well, see, I'm going to build this temple to God, and this is the temple of Jerusalem, and you can't lay siege to it, you heathens. Oh no, you're laying siege to it.
You imagine just him building in the middle of match at like Twisted Towers or something. Stupid. I get mad at people for shooting his buildings.
Dude, Hoven would play Minecraft and he'd call the creepers spawns of Satan.
Dude, you know what? I at least redeemed Zoomer. I don't know if you know about him. He like builds temples in Minecraft now. Like he's kind of devoted to it full time. He got sick of people shitting on him on YouTube for his ridiculous fucking takes on everything. But at least his stuff looks pretty, man. I can't imagine what Hoven would come up with.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just imagining Hoven trying to move. Oh man, he'd have to push keyboard buttons and move the mouse at the same time.
Oh Lord, man, that takes a rocket scientist, man.
You know what? This man had figured out. He'd dig straight down, and I know statistically digging straight down actually isn't as bad as the meme goes, but this man would somehow dig himself into the void. He would find the spot where Bedrock didn't spawn.
You see, the bedrock is an analogy for God, Hoven.
All these layers in Minecraft were laid down at the same time by the flood of my, my Celeron computer from 1997. I followed that guy's tutorial on running Minecraft on Windows 98, and I get 1 frame a year. I mean, I've blown out 3 power supplies, but that's okay.
It would not be amazing, Michael. We would sit here and listen to him talk about how all of the animals have a common designer, and this is proof of God, and that's it. That would be the entire stream. This man would not move an inch.
Then you'd have me and AJ doing a 5-hour video tearing it apart, where we go through and find the lead developer behind every single creature in the game and point out this was Notch, but this wasn't Notch. So see, they didn't have a common designer, and that's why the
Dinner Bone did this one, and Jeff did this other
exactly. And if I tag this thing Dinnerbone underscore Dinnerbone, one of the two, if I tag it this way, it flips upside down. How do you explain that, Hoven? Why does your God let things come upside down? Sorry, I'm losing the plot here.
If you name an animal Dinnerbone underscore and it turns upside down, checkmate atheist.
There you go. Exactly.
Yeah. It's easy. It's Satan. It's so obvious. How could you not see it?
All right. So we joked about Minecraft. Damn, this went from being woof to being hell yeah. I mean,
there you go.
My mood. It's like, okay, we got some energy going on. Okay, so let my damn near boomer ass share screen. Gotta narrate everything.
Boomer moment.
Yep.
Boomer moment.
It's okay though, because I acknowledge it. Paul, we got a last comment from Paul Yates. God is good and the devil is evil. Now, I actually have, and I'm not going to get into it, but I have a theory. I'm working on the structure of it, that the entire biblical story is written from the perspective of the actual evil one, and that it's evil that reigns supreme, and there's a good fighting it. So the roles are completely reversed.
Paul Yates, I have a book recommendation for you. It's called Terrain in Hell by Stephen Bruce. Amazing book. Will definitely change your opinion on this.
I'll have to check that out.
Fantastic book. It's like Paradise Lost, but better.
Nice. Let's see what our friend Noobifier is saying. Kent would have issues playing those old point-and-click games like Monkey Island. Him playing Minecraft would be a travesty.
All right. Hold on. We crowdfund. I'm willing to give Kent Hoven money if he agrees to play Myst.
I was just thinking that.
If it has to require him using his brain, then we'll get to see what he's really made of. I feel like Monkey Island would he just wouldn't get it.
I just don't have the patience for Myst. Love it. Do not have the patience. I lost it through the years.
I think he's old enough where he doesn't really have anything else to spend his energy on.
Yeah. We're getting good comments because this is how it's supposed to be. This is the way I feel this program should be, kind of a live interactive affair, because that's why I decided I'm going to go StreamYards. How do you feel about the theory that Yahweh was actually Baal in the militaristic god of war, or militaristic war god? Excuse me.
I find that really strange because it's my understanding that Yahweh came out of the god El. I know that him and Baal in the what's it called, in the Canaanite pantheon had some like beef going on, but I don't know that. I don't know. That's an interesting. I should read some scholarship about that.
I share similar opinions. Where'd he go? He disappeared. Oh no. He'll be back, and in greater numbers. I can beat Mish with half my brain tied behind my back. Yep. And if Kim can make it back in, we'll see. We'll get the answer to what was the name of that book. But this is a little depressing. It just disappeared. Is this a message from God? There we go. Well, there you go. He's back.
Hit the button and I disappeared, dog.
It's like you hit is this a message from God? Is God saying you need to do something else?
I was trying to type in the chat. I don't want to. It's using the wrong whatever.
Yeah.
The name of the book is called To Reign in Hell by Stephen Bruce. Audiobook is available on Audible if you have credits for that.
Ooh. That might work out better for me. I have plenty of time before work, before the store opens at work to listen to whatever.
If you're a big fan of mythology and especially the mythology of the what would you call it, the Abrahamic tradition, just sort of in general, you'll really enjoy it. A lot of really cool, thoughtful scenes that I remember thinking, wow, that's a fantastic little bit of dialogue, little interaction. Not Bruce, Bruced, B-R-U-S-T, Bruced with a T at the end.
Well, to be fair, autocorrect will probably get you there, but
yeah, well,
search recommendation. You know what I mean? Words. I can only English 42.7% of the time, which is still better than Kent.
Jeez, man. You guys are, you'll have to excuse me as well. English is actually my second language. So,
what's your first language? Profanity?
No, Spanish.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm Mexican. God damn, dude. We're just getting racially profiled up in here, man. It's great.
Oh, man. Well, it's just funny. I didn't detect any accent that would hint in my case. So,
hey man, why you racially profiling me, fool? Just fuck off, listen.
Oh man,
it's so much worse because I'm actually from Southern California. That's unironically how people talk.
Yeah, you don't have any variant of the SoCal accent in any one of the versions that I've noticed. And it's funny because I couldn't even peg it at all.
Not gonna make the joke. 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 Yeah, because you New Mexican, Michael. Y'all are fucking weird out there.
Oh my God, that is the New Mexico flag. I knew that looked familiar. I was like, why do I like that so much? I'm like, oh yeah, the New Mexico flag.
Because it's awesome. Because it's an awesome flag. Shout out to all the vexillologists out there.
Hell yeah.
The New Mexican flag is fucking sick.
It is one of the best. Full stop. That's the Audible list. There we go.
So what are we watching today, dude?
Okay, yeah, let's get to the point, the key point of this, and then we'll goof around. So, here we have the search things for that allowed me to find this video. Actually, I just searched proof of God, and this came up. It's a video titled "Top Tier Argument for God's Existence." Now, I wanted to show it here on the search result, just to show the thumbnail with the whole "this argument is OP." You got the God with the meme eyes and stuff, and then ironically, you got Genetically Modified Skeptic down here doing similar with his plus a Skyrim reference in there, in his video where I can't remember if I have watched this or not because it is a couple years old. Doesn't look like I had, but I don't know. But that's irrelevant. It's just funny that GMS would do that. But this guy is seriously touting for the deity's existence. This channel Testify. If we jump on ahead, I've got my comment. I've got this muted and got my comment brought up because when I watched this, I was going to do a video on it and decided against it. I did a part of it and then was just like, this is too stupid. So all I did was just leave the comment, meme-filled garbage based on backwards logic. Yawn. And like the average apologist, what a refutation. So, a person doing this isn't technically wrong to be like, well, you didn't actually address anything in the video, but that's obviously not the point of the comment. I mean, I do mention like, this is kind of backwards logic being used here, but this video is fucking meme central. I mean, look at it. You got Bojack variant right here. It's like, it just starts immediately like, what the hell, and doesn't stop. So, you ready to just get into it?
Yeah, fucking roll it. I don't think I've seen this one yet, so roll it, man.
Imagine that you're stuck in some twisted dystopian future.
Yep. All right, let me
what? You mean like the one we live in right now? You mean the one we live in right now? This sick twisted dystopian future? This one? Dude, I don't have to imagine it. We're in it, dog. We're in it.
I hadn't thought about that, but you're right. We are. All right.
Man, I really hadn't thought about how much this world fucking sucks, but now that you mention it, yeah, it kind of does.
Can't afford shit. Pets dying. Stuck in a shithole.
God, the election.
People around me are shitty. Elections happening. Let's see. Everyone fighting everybody because that's all anyone ever does. But you think it'd be better now, but it's not. Yeah, stuff kind of sucks. But okay, let's just try to get through this. This is my goal, is to try to actually make it through the whole video, because it is just too meme laden. And I'm just shy of 40. I barely liked memes 15 years ago. I'm sick and tired of it now, the entire culture of it, and that being an entire language people speak.
I'm sorry, you're 40?
Just shy of it, yep.
Oh my God, you really are a boomer. Holy shit. Wow. Oh!
Get the fuck off my stream, man! Fuck out of here. When I invite you, just ruin the whole stream.
Somebody ought to put you in a box and put you down the river, old man.
I mean, I'd enjoy that. I'd get to go somewhere new. Fuck.
All right, roll the shit, man. Roll the shit.
All right. Let's roll.
Imagine that you're stuck in some twisted dystopian future. There are billions of lottery balls in massive silos, and your life depends on drawing just one specific ball. And if you don't pull the one ball you need, it's game over. And you couldn't just draw it once. You'd have to pull it at least 3 times in a row. Now, if you actually drew the right one 3 times in a row, you wouldn't be sitting there thinking, wow, what luck. You'd probably be thinking,
let's go gambling. Oh, dang it.
Hey, that's how it is picking religions. Let's go gambling. Honestly. Oh, yeah. Dang it. I mean, just look at the concentration of this shit that we have in the first 24 seconds is just. Whew.
Yeah, so there's a lot of Wojaks going on here. I don't know how I feel about that. My editing style is a little more minimalistic than this. I don't do a meme.
As you can see, I've completely foregone any kind of editing because I've decided to go with the do it raw and just technique. Which
fuck it, we'll do it live.
Yeah, works out well for other things in my life. Giggity. I mean, obviously, because my life is going so great right now, it clearly works out well. I'm just along for the ride.
We're surfing and screaming, man. We're surfing and screaming.
And it's not like he doesn't hide this. If you were to have read the description, it tells you that he's going for basically fine tuning. But it's 7 minutes of this and terrible repetitions thereof. So, you okay over there?
Oh yeah, man. I'm just preparing. Don't mind me.
Making sure.
I'm preparing. I'm too sober for this.
All right. Someone in the audience dial 9-1, and when that shit hits the fan, dial 1 again.
You're gonna dial 420, and you're gonna come over to my house and match. That's how it's gonna. How it's gonna go. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you got to be ready for this one. But I made it about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes in before I was just like, fuck it. So let's see if we can seriously get through the whole thing, because oof.
Thinking
in 7 minutes,
somehow
like half an hour, I think.
Yeah.
This lottery must have been rigged for me. That is what fine tuning is. The universe feels rigged in our favor because the odds of getting all the right conditions for a life-permitting universe by chance are absurdly small. It's way more plausible that someone set it up just right. Here are some of the most wild examples of fine-tuning.
Okay, so we got immediate fine-tuning with plenty of more memes.
It's all rigged in our favor, except for all of the deadly nothingness that we just all around us.
You know,
we can't even live on most of the planet we're on, dude. What are you talking about? Ugh.
But my probability, Hoven.
Yeah, the appeal to probability is if you can like describe these things in percentages and it means something suddenly.
Well, I'm just gonna say it up front because it's so all this boils down to is, I mentioned in my comment that it was backwards logic, in that they're working for, we're here. what are the conditions that would be here? What conditional changes would prevent us? A reasonable thought process, but they extrapolate from it that, oh, where the end goal, life is the end goal. Ergo, everything is made specifically this way, which is still demonstrably not the case. But but it being a backwards logic in that, no, where something that is emergent from the properties of the universe as it exists, as this planet developed, as conditions were, where fortunate enough. And it's like, well, why are we here instead of not? And it's like, well, if we didn't exist, we couldn't ponder our existence. Ergo, we have to exist by this paradigm.
Yeah, and again, the appeal to probability, you can't do this with a sample size of 1, right? You only know of one permutation that the universe can exist in. It's almost hilarious to sit here and think, well, how else could the universe be? We don't fucking know, dude. We don't know that any of these values that you appeal to. I love it when they talk about like gravity and the strong and weak nuclear force, right? It's like, what indication do you have that any of these values could be different? With a sample size of 1, how are you calculating probabilities? I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it's just I gotta exponentialize these things together, and I can come up with these big numbers that prove my God.
Right.
That at most that would get you to, if any of that was valid, to okay, there was something doing something. You have not defined at all what thing that is. Literally any idea you can come up with is equally valid as the Christian God. It's like, what does Skip Tick have? Lisa the Rainbow Giraffe? Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, right. We're here because Lisa the Rainbow Giraffe made it so.
Yep.
Like, it's just, again, you're just, how do you know that any of it could be different? Why are you making all of these assumptions based on, well, we have to be here for a reason? No, we're just here, dude. Why does it have to go anywhere else? I'm sorry.
Forget who it was who came up with the puddle analogy, but
oh yes,
you think of a puddle that for whatever reason is sentient and it exists and it's in a hole and it's like, wow, this hole was made exactly for me, even though we know water fills the shape of its container and gravity's going to be pulling it down, unless you're a flat earther, then it's buoyancy and density pulling it down. So
no, you see the pizza land is actually moving up. It's accelerating at 9.8 meters per second.
Oh, cool. So what happens when it hits light speed?
Actually, light speed doesn't exist, man. That's like another one of those NASA lies that they teach in the schools.
I imagine the odometer just rolls over. It just cycles back.
Yeah, it's fine.
It doesn't break causality at all.
No. Causality is a psyop, man. They cooked that one up in MK Ultra.
I mean, I played MK3 and Ultimate MK3. I never played no MK Ultra. They got that.
Oh boy, you should totally Google MK Ultra.
Oh no, I know. It had to be funny because I always think Mortal Kombat. Yeah, but seriously, if you haven't looked up MK Ultra, that's one of those crazy things that was definitely funded by our citizens through our government.
If anyone has seen the movie The Men Who Stare at Goats, it's loosely based off of a true story that happened during the course of MK Ultra.
Wild stuff.
Yeah, great movie.
All right, we've avoided it enough. We're only 44 seconds in. Let's get to the
oh god
of meme lord shit.
First of all, there's the gravitational constant. If gravity were even slightly stronger or weaker by 1 part in 10 to the 40th power, stars wouldn't form properly, and without stars, there's no life. It's like having a billion dice.
It's a huge if. Again, presupposing that the value of gravity could be different, which we have no reason to think.
It has to be genuine dishonesty by which people throw these ideas out, because anyone who would be intelligent enough to seriously philosophize on this to the degree these people act like they do would realize the problem with it. But of course, their entire thing is a presuppositional, argument. It's always that in any theological discussion. It boils down to a presupposition.
Well, yeah, because I mean, it's accessible. It's easy. It's easy on the eyes. It's easy on the brain. It's intuitive, right? And
I did all the complex math, so you don't have to.
Right.
Let's keep going.
And them all landing on 6. The cosmological constant. This governs the expansion of the universe. If it were just a fraction different.
Oh, gotta point out we got our weird ass Pepe here.
Yeah. Who's that supposed to be?
I don't know, but it's creeping me right the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't like that Pepe.
1 part in 10 to the 120th power, the universe would either collapse on itself or expand too rapidly for galaxies to form. Both scenarios equal no life. The strong nuclear.
No life as we know it.
As we would recognize it, yeah.
And also, how did you factor all these things and determine? Did you go through the entire the complex tensor calculus and shit to derive what would actually happen if these values were changed to these degrees? Highly doubt he did.
Yeah.
Now, granted, not like we did either, but just saying, you kind of extrapolate the wrong way from stuff, and it's like, did you make sure of this? Because it's pretty bold.
You don't need to fix bad math, bro. It's bad math. Like it's just bad. I'm sorry. This is a bad way of going about the problem.
Just like his entire argument, and this live stream. This live stream is terrible. The more money you donate through super chats, the shorter the stream is, or the longer it is, whichever you want. Every dollar you get to determine a minute on or off the live stream. There we go. How about
that? Dunking on apologists until Carrizo gets $100.
Hell yeah, I could use it too.
Oh my goodness.
I need more expansion space in my bank in Guild Wars.
The fuck is it with you and Guild Wars, man?
Dude, it's all I play right now, man. It's just my thing. I love the game Day Zero. So long story short, on Guild Wars 2, I got it launch day, after playing Guild Wars 1 for a bit, loved it. About a year in, they started doing some major changes to some stuff, and I didn't like it. And they eventually abandoned this idea of making major changes regularly to the world, and instead going with slightly more traditional expansion stuff, adding in new areas to be the new content. But by that point, I had just bowed out. I had started doing other stuff. This was 10 years ago now. I quit for about 9 years. Come back circa right at the 10th anniversary, late 2022, play for a little bit, stop. 2023, play pretty much nothing but Minecraft.
The 2-week Minecraft obsession.
Yeah. That's just what I did. And then, I suddenly am like, a few months back, I'm like, I'm going to go back into Guild Wars again. We got a new expansion coming. Maybe I should check this out. And I'm like, oh, shit, hang on. And I just started doing more things. And it's like, oh,
I got sucked in.
Yeah. And just when I thought it was out, they pulled me back in.
Yeah, there you go. That's how they do it to you.
Yep. All right, we got the strong emoji right here for that strong nuclear force.
Strong nuclear force. Yeah. Another thing that we're assuming could possibly be different somehow.
Yeah.
And then extrapolating that into an appeal to probability.
Oh, actually, a fungus is broke as fuck. I am broke.
Dude, real.
We are all broke as fuck.
In this economy?
That's why I get no super chats, because the real ones that come here, the hardcore group, we all in the struggle together.
Yes.
I only attract the most hardcore people.
Yeah, Laura, you're actually wrong. MK Ultra was a government operation. The CIA contracted Michael Kors to infiltrate the fashion industry and subliminally inject mimetic kill agents into the clothing he was selling. Don't buy from Michael Kors.
Straight facts.
Straight facts, man.
Oh, what's not straight facts? The shit we're about to continue watching.
Yeah, no shit.
Nuclear force. This holds the nuclei of atoms together. If it were just 2% stronger or weaker, no stable elements would exist.
Hey, meme guy. Your depiction of the nucleus there is technically inaccurate. Just saying. I demand that he draw every single quark and map out its proper values for every neutron and every proton in there, including identifying which 3 are the ones that are not accounted for in the balancing of the equation, thus creating the proton or the neutron. Because I just learned that shit last night about the deeper nuances of how the subatomic particles end up making up. Well, those particles end up making up the subatomic particles of the proton and neutron, and I'm like, holy crap, that's crazy.
I'm not sober enough to pontificate on the minutia of particle physics, but I'm going to keep beating this drum. You assume that it could be any different. There is no reason to think this.
Yes. Keep on hitting it. That's going to become a
that is like the one. That is the one rebuttal. You assume that any of these things could be different.
Of course, with God, all things are possible, except actual forgiveness.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just going to punish you anyway.
Coherent existence.
Yeah. Actual logic.
Yeah, right.
But, slavery's cool.
Yeah.
That. Rape, murder, incest, genocide. That's all good.
And another one I learned recently, which I'll be making a video. I'll be making another Wimmy about it soon. In Romans, I think it's like the first half of Romans 16. I might be wrong here. Paul is just like, whoever runs your country is invested with the power and the authority of God. So you have to listen to them. You have to listen to everything they say. And it creates huge contradictions throughout the rest of the Bible.
A lot of this being cited by the same people who, left Catholicism because they didn't like what the Pope was saying.
Right. I don't know, man.
It's kind of funny. I mean, not going to get into nitty gritty here or there. It's everyone arguing about their favorite fan fiction over some stories from, a couple of millennia ago.
Religion is the ultimate fandom. I'm just saying.
Yeah. They're as obnoxious as every other fandom.
These guys are just Jesus simps, bro.
Notice me, Jesus senpai.
Notice me, Jesus senpai, dude.
Oh,
it's like VTubers, but worse.
So, talking about VTubers, people want me to have a cam set up, and I am half tempted to go the VTuber route if it wasn't for the fact that there's like 24 things you got to do.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fall to the dark side. Please don't do that.
Look, I'm already weebed as fuck. I might as well just go with it.
Weeaboo goes to Japan, gets off the plane at Narita, and looks around and says, "Where are the subtitles?"
The thing I love so much is that when I was a kid and a teenager, I was big into anime. But
hold on, I gotta put a pin in that. Actually, a fungus? What did you just type into this chat? You deranged motherfucker!
Whoa!
Step on me, Daddy Yahweh Uwu. The door. Incorrigible. How could you say such a? I am appalled. I am shocked and appalled.
That's staying pinned for a while. It'll cover up some of the Wojak.
Dude, somebody please screen cap that. Step on me, Daddy Yahweh. I'm gonna turn that into a fucking reaction. I'm gonna send that to Darwin to Jesus. I'm gonna just spam that in his fucking comments one of these days. It'll be funny. I'm putting that in AJ's Discord.
Hell yeah.
Hell
yeah. Oh.
Fucking.
All right. We're gonna try to make it through more of the memeage.
The electromagnetic force. If this force were even slightly off, atoms couldn't hold together.
Gotta have the mad scientist Wojak there with the goggles looking all badass. Yeah, I'm a meme.
Forget about water, carbon, or any building blocks.
And our sad Pepe with Lego heads. Just look at this image.
Man, I had Legos when I was a kid. I miss that shit.
Oh yeah, Lego are cool. But it's like, look at the top tier argument for God's existence, and this is the frame. A Pepe and some Lego heads. It's like, what kind of crack is this?
I don't know why it's happened, but I feel like there's a significant portion of like the Protestant sort of like super fans, right? The people who are like, yeah, Protestantism, we have to return to Jesus or whatever, right? And among the younger crowd, they sort of align themselves with this the Friends, right?
Yeah.
FREN. The Friends, the people sharing Pepe's back and forth, sort of talking about like they're like alt-light, right?
Yeah.
They're not like reactionary right, but they're like populist center right. It's a really weird thing that they've started doing, of like really embracing the like, well, you don't have to be big brained about being cool with Jesus. You just have to be like a good boy or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a little creepy. I'm not gonna lie. The NAFO guys, the sort of NATO supremacists, were doing the thing with the Doge, and they were kind of doing the friend thing for a little bit. But now these guys have hopped in, and it's made the whole thing a little culty. I'm not gonna lie.
It's fucking weird. It is definitely fucking weird.
Life. Now, there are plenty of other examples of fine.
But wait, there's more.
Oh boy.
Tuning, but I think you get the idea. Now, to use another illustration.
I love that right there. More examples, but I think you get the idea. Now I'm going to proceed to continue to give you more examples.
Right.
1 + 1 is 2, and I'm sure you get that. But I'm just going to keep on telling you 1 + 2.
But did you know 1 + 2 is 3?
Oh, whoa. Does that mean
I could keep giving you more examples, but you know 2 + 2 is 4? Whoa.
So is 3 + 2 5?
Dude, I'm about to blow your fucking mind, bro.
No.
All things with God are possible, man. 2 + 3 is 5.
2 + 2 is 4. All right, let's continue. We're still more intelligent than this video.
Imagine that you're playing poker and someone pulls a royal flush. You'd probably be thinking, wow, that's a pretty lucky break. But what if they hit a royal flush again and again, say a dozen times in a row? You're not thinking luck anymore. You're thinking the dealer and the player are definitely in cahoots.
Yeah, because, we know the statistics of things happening inside of the universe, inside of our little sphere of influence.
Yeah. Oh, and also we have a sample size with that's more than one, because it's a deck of cards that can be continuously dealt.
I don't know why I keep on forgetting about the sample size construct, but yeah, that's the constant thing. I gotta work that into my thought process on this. Gotta take this ancient brain and form a few new neuron paths.
Yeah. Also, the other thing is we know that life is sort of rare within the universe, but this is the only life we know of. Again, even just talking about life, sample size 1, because we've only ever seen this one.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that this one is the only one that exists, and it would be hilariously arrogant to say that the universe is made for specifically this kind of life only. I feel like that's a prophecy that's just waiting to be fulfilled. Like you're going to find something else, and you're going to say, "Oh well, shit! Now I have to reframe my whole thing." Right?
I mean, the moment we find life on another world, it fucks up everything.
It fucks up everything.
Forever.
Yeah.
Well, at least this Pepe's a little better. We got Sherlock Pepe on the case.
Sherlock Pepe, bro.
He's gonna find out where Trump hid the government documents. Oh, they're in the bathroom, guys. Right there by the shutter. Yep. You can see his orange spray tan right all over him.
Oh my god.
I just got political on my stream.
The toilet isn't gold; it's the spray tan coming off his ass.
He's ingested so much of it, his fucking turds are gold.
Yeah, dude, it's in his lower intestines. It's a medical issue.
Oh, maybe that explains without going down. We're not going into him going downhill, but age is catching up to the guy. Oh well.
This same deal goes with the universe. It's way more likely that someone rigged it, and that points straight to design, which sure sounds a lot like God.
No, this is just.
We had to pause on. Did you see that the dude on the left had like a blue communist shirt? It had like the faintest bit of the sickle.
Someone rigged it, and that points straight to design, which sure.
See, hammer sickle and the fedora.
That's crazy. That's and we could talk about stereotypes, right? I really dislike the whole communism thing because yeah, MLs and tankies and shit, they're the opiate of the masses or whatever about religion. But I'm an atheist. I'm an atheist for the same reason that I'm a libertarian. I just believe in freedom. I don't like your God for the same reason I don't like the government.
Control bad.
Yeah. Why the assumption that I would be a communist? That's these two things have nothing to do with each other. It's a value thing. It's a values thing.
Well, it definitely seems like strong echoes of the way the boomers were brainwashed Also, I just noticed that the graphic is terribly structured. That
I just noticed it too.
Oh God!
The needle is like,
oh God!
Dude, what the hell?
Fuck this thing! Oh, you couldn't resize the PNG?
You couldn't,
dude.
Just make it. Oh my God!
If I wasn't lazy, I could fix that right now. But I'm not gonna do your work for you, buddy. Damn. I was gonna say, the boomers being trained that all the communists are against God, and hence part of the religious boom of the 50s and 60s, where things had gotten extremely moderate pre-war, post-war. Got to go against those godless commies. And then
I mean, which again it's not like an unfounded, there's the grain of truth at the bottom of every stereotype, right? Well, like the Soviets were against the institution of religion because Marx called it the opiate of the masses, but it's not because they had like, well, I guess maybe that's the criticism, right? Is that you are ideologically positioned against the religion. You don't actually have any arguments against it.
I mean, it's a matter of you want the state to maintain the absolute control,
right? Which is
you wanting to suppress liberty, which is the nature of the totalitarian nuances that were, especially at the time, Stalinist Soviet Union, and
right.
the satellite states that would form from it, such as North Korea.
Right, but again, that is a notion that is like offensive to me as a libertarian, as somebody who values freedom in the person. Like in my personal ethics, freedom is number one, right? Mm-hmm. That is like a value of a primordial axiomatic thing that I value. And so this idea that because I don't believe in God, because I find this stuff to be silly and kind of like abhorrent, that I would be ideologically positioned alongside communists. It's like, what? None of this has anything to do with each other, dude.
But it's always got to be the conflation, like the comment we got here of they linked atheism to communism so that they could fearmonger during the Cold War.
Yeah. Just, I mean, it was easy during what was it? The Red Scare during McCarthyism, right?
Mm-hmm. By the way, that their guy doing the movies, that Tom Cruise, he's a communist, and Taylor Swift, she's a communist, and
really, they're terrible at being communist. They make a shit ton of money, dude.
Well, they're communists. They need to be investigated and lose all their job opportunities. Yeah. That's seriously how it was.
I could do with no more Tay-Tay. I could do with that. You can cancel her. It's fine.
Yeah, that is the most talentless thing I've ever seen.
I would say she's a skilled artist. I just don't think she has anything meaningful to say anymore.
Definitely can agree on that one. But right now that all the Swifties fucking hate me, get in line. There's a lot of people who hate me because I don't give a fuck.
Now that all the white women have left the room.
Where are the big titty white women at? They gone.
You cannot say that. You cannot say that.
Well, I did.
Disavow.
I'm Caucasian. It's cool.
You cannot say that. That's the worst part. Bro really said we're the white women at. That's crazy. Play the fucking video.
So now the video is officially better than me.
I'm just so done with you right now. You cannot say that. You cannot say that.
Bruh, welcome to Memphis.
Oh my God.
It's a whole different
It's a Tennessee thing, man.
It's a Memphis thing. Memphis isn't Tennessee.
That's what I said.
Memphis is its own little world. We got a fucking Bass Pro Pyramid, which is the stupidest thing in existence.
You don't want to go do that so bad.
That thing I could explain it to you, but
I want to go see the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid so bad, dude.
It was cool.
Dude, we gotta do a boys trip to the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid.
I mean, it's easy for me to get to. It's like 15 miles away.
Dude.
Yeah. I mean,
AJ and the boys road trip to the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid. Checkmate apologists. Bro.
I mean, that would be pretty cool.
If God is real, why does why a Bass Pro Shop Pyramid?
Seriously.
Yeah. Isn't it like the 8th tallest like pyramid in the world or some stupid shit like that?
It's up there, yeah.
Hold on, I'm googling this.
The audience and you, Kim, do you want to know the gist of the story behind it? Because y'all know it exists, but you want to know why it exists.
List of tallest pyramids on Wikipedia. Hold on.
No, Yungyang Hotel comes up as like number 1.
Okay, so why don't they combine these? That's stupid. So at 98 meters tall, that would make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. It would make it number 6. The Bass Pro Shot Pyramid is the 6th largest pyramid in the world. Humanity is doomed.
So here's the deal with the pyramid, because that's what people around here will just call it, the pyramid. Its original name was the Great American Pyramid Arena. In the 80s, there's projects to revitalize downtown Memphis. One of those ended up being a massive sporting arena that, because of the city being named Memphis, after Memphis, Egypt, we decided should end up being a pyramid. So by about 1991, it opens, hosts various events. I went there for several things. I believe Aerosmith concerts circa 2002, maybe 2001 range. It was very right towards the tail end. When I was a little kid, a Power Rangers live event, other stuff like that. It was a cool place. After about 11 years, 12 years in operation, it closes because Memphis became complete shit. Nothing came here. Additionally, FedEx Forum for the Memphis Grizzlies had opened up. Other stuff had done, so it just became surplus. It sat around for a good number of years, effectively abandoned, but still, being there, looking cool. There were plans for various revitalization projects, potentially like a theme park setup, which I think would have been the coolest usage of it. But eventually, Bass Pro Shops decided they'd take over, and they turned it into a big-ass attraction. And that's why
it actually did become a theme park, is what you're saying.
In a sense, but not in the same sense. It didn't become like a place of like... a place where you go to experience something, as opposed to a retail shop that happens to be so big it has a small hotel and other stuff in it.
I mean, I would call that an experience. I want to go to the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid to experience it, so I would call that a theme park.
I guess I'm just biased.
It's a theme park for men. View. Okay, yeah. It's a theme park for men. That's for the boys. Okay, that's all it has to be. And I do have to apologize to Michael in the chat. I'm very sorry. You're right. I've been hanging around Peter a little bit too much, and he's rubbing off on me. 321 feet. At 321 feet, the Memphis Bass Pro Shop Pyramid would be the 6th largest pyramid in the world. Taller than many pyramids in Egypt. Mm-hmm. And in Mexico, which is terrifying.
It really is. All for a sports arena.
Yeah.
This city used to be awesome. Then I was born. It seems like right after I was born, everything went to shit.
Hilarious. The only other or modern, like not from the ancient world pyramid, is the Luxor pyramid in Nevada, at Las Vegas.
Yeah,
and that would be the 3rd largest pyramid in the world.
Which, fun fact, has a large chunk of the Titanic in it, known as the Big Piece. I want to go check that out. It's got a permanent Titanic exhibit.
Huh?
Yeah. So we got to hit 2 pyramids.
Mr. President, they hit the 2nd pyramid.
Oh, I can't say what I said earlier, but you can go that route. Okay.
Yeah, 9/11 jokes are fine.
Oh my god. But the Memphis guy can't use typical Memphis jokes.
No.
Oh man. Oh, Lord. We're doing everything we can to not watch this video, and we've had that broken needle on screen the entire time.
Dude. I predicted it, man. It's gonna take us an hour to get through this fucking video.
Oh my god. Stream's already been going for 55 minutes. Alright, let's let this dude prattle on more like the fucking idiot he is. And by that I mean the dude on the video we're watching, not us morons.
Sure sounds a lot like God. Now, a skeptic might say, sure, it seems unlikely that our universe
mandatory. Actually,
yeah, the dude, 2010 called, man. They want your meme formats back.
Yeah, I mean, $5. Chris Chan shows up in here somewhere.
Oh, do not invoke that name. Do not invoke that wretched name. We do not speak. We do not speak of.
Look,
Chris Chan, do not speak of CWC, bro.
They made a video because of me.
No, let it go.
It's relatively recent, like a few years ago, but they actually made one because of me. It's a side effect of me saying something. So I'm already deeper in that than I ever wanted to be. I just bought a damn comic book. Which
Kiwi
is
Farms? Wait, you bought what do you mean you bought a comic book?
So when Chris Chan was selling their brother Cole Smithy's comics, circa 2018 range, I bought one of the cheaper ones just for the hell of it.
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought you might have bought something that the CWC made.
Nah, because all that shit's way too expensive. And as cool as as cursed as the Sonic Totem is, I didn't have $1,000 to just.
You know what? It's kind of on the list. At some point, I would like to purchase I know that there are original copies, sort of running around out there, but I want an original issue of the Sonichu comics.
Go Sonichu and zap to the extreme. I will. Thank you, Father. I will. Thank you, Mother. Oh,
wonder is it supposed to be Chris or Rose Chew who's got the fucking straw in her mouth? just comically large straw in the mouth. Oh, whatever issue that frame is in, I want that comic.
Dude, that's my profile picture somewhere. That's my entire identity somewhere on the internet.
Yeah, deconstructing Laura. The 3 pyramids that are in Giza, the Luxor pyramid is bigger than one of them. So the Great Pyramid is taller. The pyramid of what is it? Khafre is bigger. But hold on, what is it? The pyramid of Menkaure, I don't fucking know how to pronounce this. The small one, it's only 213 feet, but the Luxor pyramid is bigger than all of the ones in Cairo by just a touch. It's 350 feet versus 344 feet on the 2 in Cairo, which is terrifying.
And then of course the Ryungyang Hotel, which is really, really thin and needly.
I think I've said this in a live stream before. I want to go to North Korea. I want to see Pyongyang. I want to go to the fake hotel. The very real, totally populated, sold out 100% of the time hotel. The most beautiful hotel made by man.
Perfect elevator shafts. They're not
perfect elevator shaft in the beautiful, absolutely gorgeous Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Immaculately furnished.
Yeah, immaculately furnished. No, unironically, it has to happen. It has to happen. I want to see it.
I guess we're tag teaming on that too, because I definitely want.
Dude, I will bring you to North Korea if you're willing to go.
Hell yeah, that's a bucket list thing right there. That
danger
fucking
tourism.
Chernobyl.
Danger tourism.
Hell yeah. So last stream there was actually a thing of us guessing what what location in dark American history I visited in 2023, and no one ever guessed it. So, and I'm kind of sad that Stacy isn't here because she was super curious. It was actually since I happened to be in Milwaukee, I made sure to make a stop by what's the address? Whatever case, I forgot. I can't believe I forgot the address. I think it's 824 North 25th Street. In Milwaukee, that was the site where the Oxford Apartments were, i.e. where Jeffrey Dahmer did most of his stuff.
Oh, shit. I
made sure to go by there, and I took a piece of the cement out front from one of the walk paths that had since been broken up when they were doing some they were doing a little bit of work around there. And so, yeah, I've got that rock. I'm literally staring at it as we speak.
I would not have let that juju into my house, bro. I don't know about you. That's a little... Whoa, what do you mean? I tried to watch the miniseries, man, the one that Netflix made, and I just couldn't. I couldn't get past the first episode.
I could, because I know the story quite well. I've studied it a lot.
Are you a true crime fan?
To a degree. My one complaint about the Netflix series, aside from them making some characters composites, which I can let slide, is that the interior of Dahmer's apartment was perfectly done. It is like near exact, but the exterior of the Oxfords was not at all right, not remotely correct, and I kind of just hated that because I have a thing about like locations of stuff. Like, this is where something was, this is the building this was in, and I really care about accuracy when representing those things. It'd be like doing a documentary on the Unabomber and making his log cabin look like something out of Better Home and Garden. It's like, no, you're supposed to make it look right.
Right.
Which, of course, Manhunt Unabomber did do a good job of.
I used to be really into true crime about school shootings. It was a hyperfixation of mine. I watched a lot of movies about Columbine. A big movie recommendation, Elephant, for anyone who wants a nice dose of fictionalized horror, true crime horror. It's a great little film. It's a super slow burn, but it's totally worth it.
I'll have to check that out next time I'm jonesing for that kind of experience.
Yeah, man.
My alley. Oh, man. God, is it? What does it say about this video that we have to go into the darkest reaches to build up enough stamina to make?
Dude, in 2 minutes we've heard all his arguments. He has nothing interesting to say. Like, we could sit here and talk for another hour before this dude says anything interesting.
Whew. You don't tune in for the videos we're watching. You tune in to hear the conversation.
Yeah,
thankfully, I've got an awesome person tag teaming in.
I appreciate it. Yeah, man.
So just coming in of your own free will. This legitimately was not planned. I just threw the link out there, and it's
those are the best ones, man. Those are the best ones.
And you aren't doing shit else and more important than just hanging out with me.
No, today's my rest day, man. On the 7th day, he rested.
Oh, see, that's a reason to worship you. Another reason is you actually exist.
Woo!
It's like reasons to worship me. I exist, and I won't punish you forever if you don't believe in me.
I don't know if I want people to worship me. I
don't care if you do or don't. Just saying. I'm real.
So real. What happened? Actually, what happened to the YouTube algorithm? My recommendations are shit. Nothing interesting or cool to watch. I get a lot of cool stuff from channels that don't get any views now. That's cool. I get to see funny, interesting shit from new channels.
Yeah, my recommendations are completely screwed up now. I gotta go back and try and fix them, but
yeah,
that involves watching a lot of content I've already watched.
Yeah.
Well, and something I never want to watch again. Let's try to continue through this.
Let's try to actually get through this fucking video.
All right, we're gonna power through, baby. Just shout when you want me to stop.
Universe would support life if it were the result of some random physical processes, but because we exist, we can't observe a universe.
Copium.
Yeah, literally huffing copium.
Team Lord City. Yeah, that the copium is what this guy is huffing, because every single bit we learn about the universe pushes all religions, all deities into smaller and smaller little boxes.
It's not even that. What it pushes is the anthropocentrism, right? Like of putting yourself at the center of the universe. That, I think, the more we learn about the universe, starts fading off into the distance. Is we learn less and less that we need to, or rather, we learn more and more that we need to not put ourselves at the center of the universe, because we are certainly not the center of the universe, right? We are just one little bit of a larger sort of thing. Oh, it's just so arrogant. It's so arrogant.
That really is the key thing, is that it's a pure arrogance from people who think along these lines. It's anthropocentrism. I cannot speak today.
Anthropocentrism.
But hey, at the beginning of the video, something I forgot to mention is that dude says "magin" instead of "imagine." And it's not cut off. You can hear it clearly him begin forming the words. So
can you imagine?
It's a complete nitpick, but Just imagine he said the whole word. Come on, yeah.
Just imagine, man. Just imagine.
Well, let's keep huffing this copium.
Yeah, man. Pass it over. Pass it to the left.
Really?
Pass the copium to the dude on the left. See, I have some limits. I didn't say the actual word.
This motherfucker.
You should hear me at work.
Gosh,
at least they love me up there. All right. We got the Wojak Richard Dawkins here. Woe Dawkins.
I don't get it. Why do they all think we like worship Dawkins or something, dude? Like, he's not even that interesting. He said some weird shit recently.
Yeah.
I don't like his whole like, oh, I'm a cultural Christian.
Yeah, I'm
this
just
shit
like
is so lame, dude. This guy's actually like a huge pussy.
Yeah. Wussed out on us, Dawkins.
Yeah, honestly.
It's just like Kent thinking we worship Darwin, and just the thing where it's like they got to find people because they can't rationalize that there is no ideological structure, that nothing is literally idolized in these philosophies, in this logic, that it's just simply observation of reality and nothing more.
And I mean, again, the way that their faith is structured sort of sets them up to think this way. Like everything has to fit into a hierarchy. You fit into a hierarchy, and your enemies also fit into a hierarchy. Like, let us describe the hierarchies that they fit in, and now you can't see them without that lens, right?
It has to be a parallel, a mirror image of what we have going on.
Right. Because otherwise, what are you doing, right?
Yeah. It's the only simple, only one way to look at things.
Yeah.
The fact that we're here shows that it wasn't really all that improbable at all, even if it was just a cosmic accident. This is called the anthropic objection, or as I like to call it, the objection that proves way too much. Here's why it falls apart. Imagine you're standing in front of a firing squad. You got a hunch.
Hang on, I got to pull a Hoven here. Imagine. You imagine all these things. But do they actually happen? No. So they don't prove your principle. So there.
Crisis Actor John Siri in the chat. No. Jesse Lee Peterson is the only one who gets to say that. Man is way too funny. Okay? I like laughing at Jesse Lee Peterson too much to let you take him from me. He's the only one who gets to stay, okay? Just because I want to keep laughing at him. This man has never had an intelligent thought in his life, and I love that for him.
Jesse Lee Peterson is kind of a national treasure that nobody cares about.
Only in America could this kind of human being exist. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm going through comments here and just letting them play up. The thing that really bothers me about Kent is he's not only anthrocentric, he's American-centric. Thinks the whole world is Lenox, Alabama. Well, no, his perspective is all based on Pensacola, and that Lenox is close by, at 70 miles north of Pensacola. Ergo, it's close enough to be all right. Because I don't think they let him actually go to Pensacola anymore. He might be banned from the city.
He's banned from the city of This man is banned from the city of Pensacola, Florida. Dude,
Hoven walks across the city lines. Well, I just had to grab. I opened my wallet and $5 fell out, and someone was trying to give me 2 10s for a 5, and so I wanted to get the 2 10s, and it flew into the city. Why am I getting arrested? I didn't do anything wrong. It was only $5. Hoven. You want to read this comment? You want to read it? I've already said enough today. I say anything else too spicy.
I will let it stand on its own. No comment.
All I say is
about being American centric. That's the one thing I'll agree with Hoven on is there is only one country on the planet. Okay, the United States is the only country that exists. Everything else is a place we allow to continue existing.
America, fuck yeah.
100%, baby. 100%. And Peter hates it when I say that, but it's so true. Imagination.
Amazing.
Dude.
Pensacola Citrus.
Red in California, another Cali boy up in the chat. What's good, brother?
Yeah, there's too many California people hanging around in here. I'm going to at least one. You know how I do things in
I'm
California.
Sorry about that. I'm sorry about being Californian.
It's whatever.
No, it's not whatever. It's the worst. It's a fate worse than death. Don't ever be a Californian, Kurisu, if you can ever avoid it.
I will do my best to. Although, funny enough, I almost was. There was an opportunity, apparently, when I was like 2 or 3 from family to move out there, and they almost did, but they stayed here instead. And so that's why I'm still here.
That's crazy. John, LA native. I'm from San Diego, brother. What's up? Thank goodness I no longer live there.
Are they effectively one big city yet?
Not quite yet.
Okay,
there's still,
I know along the coast there's constant development because I mean it's I-5 and it's the fucking coast. Of course you're gonna, heavily developed, but they haven't really merged per se. Okay.
Well, no, because there's a big desert. There's a big desert in the middle of them. You've got the Marine Corps doing stuff.
Oh yeah. In Vandenberg Space Force Base, right between the two.
A what?
Vandenberg Space Force Base, formerly Air Force Base, in that right between the two.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
I think it is, yeah. That would create a bit of a complication. You'd have to build around that.
Right.
A good ways around, given its purposes.
Right. Anyway, let's continue.
All right.
That your cousin, who's in the squad, might have convinced everybody to miss. Shots are fired, and you're still standing. It's pretty clear that this wasn't luck. The fact that you survived is strong evidence that they intended to miss.
Ooh, do I get to say the sample size of more than one now? Is that
okay? So hold on. This is interesting. So, well, yeah. If you know that the action was intentional, then sure, calling it luck is silly because you know there was intention here. But it's the point of a fight. Like, this is such a stupid analogy. So you're assuming a firing squad whose sole purpose is to fucking kill you, right? Is to kill the individual who's been condemned. Mm-hmm. And like, what are the chances they miss? None of them are trying to miss. This is not a probability thing.
Well, he was saying that someone your cousin's in there, so he could have got everybody to miss. One thought though is isn't it normally like the standard protocol that for the plan, I don't know how you'd want to describe it, a planned execution of this method, that only like 1 or 2 is loaded with an actual round and the rest are dummies? So I don't
know. Even if we assume that they've all got live rounds, right?
Yeah.
Like we can set up this experiment however you want. No matter how you skin this cat, it's a bad analogy because none of these people are intending to miss. They're all intending to hit their target. Mm-hmm. And so this is not up to chance. Like the likelihood that they will miss is not up to random chance here. Like this is what is this argument? Like maybe your cousin convinced everybody to miss, and so you're still standing when the guns go off. It's not luck. Well, yeah, no shit. What?
Well, we also get into a whole thing about the concept of luck, and that I look at it as something we just attribute to. This had a positive outcome for me that was unexpected. I'm just going to describe it as luck.
Yeah, again, it's more anthropocentrism. You're taking this thing that is not within human control, and then pretending like it is directly about you. Right?
As if these people think everything in the universe happens for some weird reason.
Well, I mean, I guess we're sort of obligate determinists here,
like
right?
Agency is where I'm going, though. Yeah.
Implicit
agency.
Right. I would say, the concept of free will is just kind of a stupid rabbit hole conversation, right? So
sure.
Even if we assume that we're all like sort of obligate determinists, which is the term I like to use. This is like there's 6 people here who have agency over a decision. Like none of this is down to luck. You pointing out that it wasn't luck, or that like assuming it would be luck would imply a stupidly low chance of it. Like, what is this argument?
Not to detract, but I just noticed that the guns are that only 5 of the guns are smoking, and they're smoking from different locations that they shouldn't be. That it's the same smoke copied over. But I will say that barring a little bit of wiggle on that furthest one, these are incredibly well-formed little plastic army guys. I've never seen them.
My vote is that it's AI generated. My vote is it's AI generated.
Sure, because then when you look at it, it's like, oh yeah, this is yeah, huh, yeah. The more you stare, the more obvious.
The one that got your bullet. Oh. He means the one that got the bullet was your cousin, and they missed on purpose. Well then, yeah, but still, like the assumption that this is anything, that this is luck based. Why are you pointing out? Well, this couldn't have been luck. Well, yeah, no shit. That person was intending to miss. This is. I hate this. Continue, please. This is so dumb.
You regretting tuning in and jumping on?
No, I just. Wow, the depths of stupidity. Like how I'm sorry. Did you not go to school, dog? How do you make shit this?
But remember,
were you born this stupid, or did you take lessons, dude? Like this is crazy.
Remember, I call this meme-filled garbage based on backwards logic, and it's like, what a refutation.
Remember, how does this get 240,000 views?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's terrifying. 21,000 likes. Like, come on, dude.
Oh, John, you're not the only one, brother. You're not the only one.
Let's continue.
Let's go.
Now, the anthropic objection would say, well, hold on. You can only observe this situation because you survived. So your survival wasn't improbable at all, even if they were trying to kill you.
Bruh.
But obviously, this is sheer nonsense. If they kept firing and kept missing, it's not luck. It's evidence that something else is going on.
Well, yeah. What?
Duh.
Dude, a dice roll can be broken down into probabilities, bro, because it's random. None of this is random. Of course it's not luck. What are you trying to illustrate?
Maybe he'll finally answer that by the end of
Maybe
this.
We'll get around to something coherent.
I'm not holding out luck, but
yeah,
hey,
I'm not holding
3 minutes in.
That,
we're 3 out of 7 in. We're getting there.
Oh my god, we're not even halfway through.
Same goes for the universe. The fact that we're here points to design, not some cosmic dice roll. Now, similar.
No, it does the complete opposite. And oh man, yeah, this is past where I stopped in the video. Is he about to do the puddle analogy?
No, come on.
With his big brain over
do it,
there.
Do it. Play it.
Oh man.
To this objection is the so-called puddle analogy.
Oh, fuck.
Hold on. Hear him out.
Favorite among online atheists. Meet Doug, our philosophical puddle. Doug's impressed because his shape fits perfectly into the hole that he's in. But what Doug doesn't get is that, as a puddle, he's literally just molding to whatever hole he lands in. Change the hole, Doug reshapes himself. Now, some skeptics use this to argue that life in the universe is like Doug the puddle. They say, of course life fits into this universe because we're here. If the universe were different, we just wouldn't exist to notice.
But he's still trying to place life as we know it, as a defined item, into a universe rather than looking at it from the life is emergent from the universe.
Yeah, life is a natural consequence of, I don't even, like, non-random, right?
We are a part of the universe. The universe is not a part of us in the way he's trying to make.
Well, I mean, it's both, right?
Yeah,
it's both
but I mean,
and neither.
From that perspective to look at as in the opposite thereof, you know.
Right.
To try to say that the universe is made for us and therefore it's something for us or a part of us to that degree. Right. And the verbiage breaks down because English is stupid, but yeah. The stupid. I'm waiting for Skibbity Riz no cap to pop up. I'm waiting for it.
Carissa, please never say any of those words in my presence again.
You'll get it constantly.
No, dude. Oh my god. Please continue. I want to see where he's going with this.
You're regretting every moment you're here.
Yes. But I want to see where he's going.
This analogy flops hard. Life's not some fluid that'll fit in any old universe. Life demands ridiculously specific conditions. Tweaking even a small thing, like the mass of an electron or quark, and boom, no stars, no planets, no chemistry, no life, a totally dead universe.
Hold on. So life as we know it, the kind of life that we are, requires specific parameters. Yes. It's very easy to imagine that there could be different kinds of life that could exist within our universe that are based on different parameters. I mean, silicate-based life. What's another common one that I hear sci-fi writers talk about? Because we're carbon, nitrogen-based life, silicate-based life.
Yeah.
There's lots of different ways that life can come about.
Yeah, like the chemistry works with those elements replaced.
I mean, just different chemistry will different parameters, right? May result in different kinds of life. Chemistry is kind of weird like that. Mm-hmm. Just because we don't understand how it would work doesn't mean that it doesn't work, right? Or that it couldn't work. To say that it's like made for us, when again, sample size of 1, we are only one kind of life. It's just horrifically like anthropocentric. This is just a really bad way of looking at it. You're missing so much perspective here.
Clearly, they cannot look at it any other way. Or the way this goes so overt about it seems like they know that they're looking at it wrong and just don't care. They're going to make this argument anyway.
Yeah.
So the dishonesty just exudes in this.
Yeah, and Fungus is right. Again, the deadly nothingness that surrounds the vast majority of the universe, right? The deadly nothingness that surrounds most of our world. I mean, man, you ever tried living out in the Atlantic Ocean? Not fun. Not easy. It's inhospitable to most humans. Can't even drink the fucking water.
What the hell kind of planet are we on where most of the water is undrinkable?
Most of the surface unusable, right? And even the parts that we can fucking stand on, like a good like 30 to maybe 40, maybe even half of it is absolutely inhospitable, right? Like, what do you mean it's made perfectly for us? We're like struggling to survive in spite of how kind of brutal this planet is to us. Like, what the fuck? We've just adapted really well to it.
I mean, with volcanoes, earthquakes, torrential flooding, massive storms,
the rest of nature.
It's as if the planet and the universe itself doesn't give a flying fuck about us. Deadly radiation from the sun.
I don't know about the people watching, man. I live in Appalachia, right? Half of the wildlife out here will fucking kill you if you give it the chance.
It is looking for reasons to kill you.
Yeah, it is looking for reasons to kill you. And that's without getting into like the obvious big creepy shit, right? Like, deer will stomp you out, dude. That's not a fucking joke. Raccoons out here carry fucking diseases. Humans are terribly weak. We are one of the weakest species on the planet. We min-maxed intelligence. That is our only benefit.
Yeah. Well, we also have relative endurance. We can tend to outrun just about everything in the long haul.
Endurance
that's the
and
other
intelligence.
Benefit. That's it.
Yeah.
That's our strong traits.
Right. We don't have any natural weapons, man. Yeah. We're not born with claws or big ass fangs or any other defensive structures. We're real squishy.
We don't leap far. We're not that strong,
No.
Try to fight a bear, see what happens.
We got big brains and we like to do cardio. That's about it.
Yeah. We never skip leg day.
Never skipped leg day.
Think about that. Everyone has an ancestor who never skipped leg day because they had no choice.
Yep.
All right, let's continue with Captain Wojak here.
Doug the Puddle can survive any hole, but life can't without a universe that's precisely dialed in. Now, the most well-known objection might be the multiverse. Essentially, it says, sure, our universe looks finely tuned, but what if there are billions or even infinite universes? Most of them might be duds, but in one of them, namely ours, the constants just happen to be right for life. It's like saying if you buy enough lottery tickets, you're bound to win eventually, but there's a lot of problems here. For start,
you got any comments on multiverse?
It's my understanding that the multiverse thing is not. It's a valid explanation for the stuff that string theory is sort of like trying to comment on, but I don't know that it's like. Again, I think he's right to say that this is all sort of speculation, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I just find the root hypothesis to just be, while interesting, to not hold too much value in the grand scheme. Like, let's just stick to
like it's a cool thing to think
here.
about. Don't get me wrong. It's a fantastic tool for fiction, right? It's a great concept. But yeah, I think it's right here. It's sort of speculation and I don't know.
Yeah, I'll accept the ideas of like quote unquote higher dimensionalities insofar as like what string theory requires and the like, additional beyond time and such. But that's still within the construct of this universe, of this slice of reality. But the idea of there being another universe popping up out there, sure, why not? But in the grand scheme, it really doesn't matter, which actually is my opinion on like the origins of the universe and the origins of life. While cool, it's like it doesn't actually matter in the grand scheme. But I'm going to take interest in it because people try to claim that everything we know is wrong because some book says a thing. So at that point, I actively,
or rather that we can't listen to our intuitions. We can't go by what our observations say because forget listening to the science, right? Like this is, you can look at the universe, you can look at human society, at life. Personal anecdote here. I went out to a show last night in DC. I went to go see my boy Jarv live at the 930 Club. And afterwards, I just stepped out into the streets of Washington, DC. I lit a fucking joint and I walked. And I just observed. I walked to a corner, I posted up at a lamppost, and I just looked at people. If you look at any of this and derive the idea that somehow we were put here on purpose, bro, like, I question everything, like everything about your perspective. Because like, how could you look at any of this and see design? These are creatures trying to get by in a strange and wonderful and harsh and weird reality. I don't know, man. It seems so silly to me to look at this and then want to look up, right? Instead of wanting to just keep looking around and look down at the feet. And realize like, holy shit, we're just, I'm getting really existentialist here, but I don't know. I love humanity and I love life too much to think that there might be a God. I think those two ideas are incompatible.
Starters, there's just no evidence at all for the multiverse. It's pure speculation at this point. We can't observe other universes, measure them, or even know if they exist. Second, it multiplies the problem instead of solving it. The multiverse theory needs something to produce all these universes, like a universe generator, but that generator would also have to be fine-tuned to create life-permitting universes.
Carrizo, are you talking? If you're, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I have a nasty habit of muting at the wrong times because I used it on my mic. I was gonna say, this still falls back to that same thing where if the universe is just like a brute fact, let's say, it exists. That's just how it is. Like, oh, if there's multiverses, oh well, then multiple universes just exist because at a point something goes down to a brute fact. Because then if you're trying to say there's a creator of any type, it's like, okay, then you hit the where'd God come from argument. It's like they just assert that it's a brute fact that the deity exists. So you don't actually get anywhere.
Yeah, we're making the same move here essentially, and then they point to us and say that we're not allowed to.
Exactly.
Because we haven't defined our way to the position the way they have. Which is something that pisses me off when I don't really interact with him much anymore. I just sort of peruse his posts. But Darwin to Jesus, Daniel, good old Daniel, he has a nasty habit of just defining his way to a conclusion, right? Like just defining God as whatever he needs God to be in order to be correct technically within the context of the argument, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when we do that, it's somehow unacceptable. Like, I don't understand.
Just typical.
Is this weird double standard that they have?
Yeah. It's about all they have is double standards. If it wasn't for double standards, most of the people I've encountered in my life would have no standards. Just saying.
So real.
So all you've done at this point is just kick the can down the road. One really lame response to the design argument is to point out that the vast majority of the universe is totally hostile to life, so this place just really isn't so fine-tuned after all.
Uh-oh, he's attacking our audience here.
Oh, here we go. All right, let's hear it.
We're at the Picard. We got whatever the hell is on the left and Picard on the right. Let's see where this goes.
But this genius take misses the point. We're not asking why Earth has water and air. We're asking why this entire universe has the precise fundamental constants that it does.
Which is a nonsensical question.
Yeah.
And you're implying that it could be any different. Because again, it wouldn't be because we exist, which is already what he tried to address earlier, but that fell apart as we described earlier. It's this constant backwards ass thinking that boils down to people exist, universe for people.
Yeah, and again, like saying, well, the fine tuning happens at the level of like universal constants and not necessarily in the shape of the Earth. It seems really weird to like focus on the constants and not, your focus on the sort of like abstract picture of everything instead of focusing on what we can see and observe sort of down at this level, right? At the ground floor, or rather, yeah, man, everything at the penthouse is you could say that it's like planned or fine-tuned or whatever. But at the ground floor, it certainly doesn't seem that way. Like
you're held up with fucking matchsticks and bubble gum, baby.
Yeah, like you're making this weird argument from a platonic ideal and not from the dirty reality. Like in reality, what we observe is that no, life is not fine-tuned, or rather the universe is not fine-tuned for life, because it clearly is not. Life is rare.
Yeah, we have this one example out of all of this. You think the whole universe would just be planets upon planets of life?
If the universe was fine-tuned for life, we might want different constants that are more conducive to life. Because clearly these ones are not. Just that it is conducive to life is like, well, okay. But it's clearly not fine-tuned for life. Because otherwise it'd be everywhere. Why do we have salt water if the world is fine-tuned for life? Like, you think God couldn't have just made all the fish freshwater fish?
Why is the universe a mass of virtually no active pressure? So anything adapted to life on the planet would have its blood boil going out there full of radiation and mass with distances so crazy that nothing can practically get anywhere within a reasonable lifespan of anything.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on.
The universe is set up in such a way that life is actively prevented from propagating.
Yeah. Take some pretty special conditions and just the right set of things. But, it obviously happened.
Right.
Hopefully it happens somewhere else and we'll find that and we'll be like, told you so. I mean, they'll have an apologetic for it, but still, we'll be vindicated.
Yeah.
It is what it is. This war is never going to end until people just stop believing this crap.
I think the war is over. The war has been over for a very long time. I mean, the fact that lay people like you and me are now sort of, the age of new atheism is dead. We're in the age of pop atheism, right? Of just lay people just talking now. And being able to have these conversations without necessarily needing to stand on the back of Dawkins and Hitchens, right?
Yeah.
We don't need the intellectual background anymore because we have that foundation now. And now just normal people can talk about these subjects without, needing to appeal upwards. But certainly the aftermath of this is just slowly we're going to start seeing these people fade out. Mm-hmm. I feel like by the time that maybe my kids are having kids, right? Mm-hmm. These people will probably be a very small minority. I think we're just moving away from religion as a society.
That's certainly the dream.
The Pew Research, I think, within the last 4 or 6 years, the religion, the Christian sort of mainstream has had the largest, or they are the fastest shrinking religious demographic in the country, and those who are claiming no religious affiliation are the largest growing.
Excellent.
Religious demographic in the country. They went from having was like an 80% hold demographically to 65 in the course of 4 to 6 years.
It's an incredible drop.
Yeah, incredible drop.
Wow. I mean, that works out to like, it's hypothetically like 10 million people.
Yeah, man.
That's
something
crazy.
like that. Yeah.
It's a rough, back of the napkin calculation. It's like, damn.
Right.
It's a hell of a drop. All right, let's finish up this this celestial meme-filled dog turd and say we've accomplished something. That's taken.
Yeah, right. Take our wins where we can get them.
For a 7-minute video, because that's the only way to make it tolerable.
It's taken us an hour and a half.
I wasn't planning on this being an hour and a half, 2-hour long stream, but that's just how it works. Seems like 11 to 1 is my streaming time.
Yep.
Oh, do appreciate everyone being here for real, though. Y'all rock. I don't tell y'all that enough.
Forget, the vast size of the universe isn't some pointless cosmic flex. Universes that are smaller and denser would collapse upon themselves. So, no, the fact that...
But our universe was smaller and denser. What, bro?
What? I don't...
So he acknowledged the universe is expanding earlier, doesn't realize that working backwards it was smaller earlier, says this shit.
What's to say that hold on. What's to say that a different set of parameters could not produce a smaller, denser universe that still harbors life? You've opened this door, man. Like the constants can be anything else. Cool. Then we can set up an ideal universe that isn't this one, because this one sucks.
I mean, honestly, you want the ideal universe for life? Hear me out. All right, you have a landmass that's temperate climate and with varying shifts in altitude, et cetera, height, so you get water generation. Think like a SimCity map generating. You get the water level
universe that only produces super Earths,
and it's just infinitely that. It's an infinite plane, nothing else. There is no space, there is no nothing, there's air. Boom, done. That would be a universe fine-tuned for life. That's some Guild Wars type shit right there with the mists concept in that universe.
Yeah.
We have these little balls that float around in giant emptiness, and that's now our fine-tuned universe is this little orb that happens to support us.
Right, this little wet pebble that we're just sort of standing on. This is just horrifically arrogant. It is applied anthropocentrism. It's all it is.
It really is. That is absolutely all we've got here. So what was my comment again? Meme-filled garbage based on backwards logic? I only made it through like half the video, and it was still perfectly valid. Let's finish this shit up. Got like a minute and a half. We can do this.
You just can't hit the gritty on the rings of Saturn. Doesn't exactly crush the fine-tuning argument. Now, another common response is to say that this is just God of the gaps. You're just saying, I don't know, God did it. But no, the fine-tuning argument isn't about throwing up our hands and saying magic. Let's think about this in terms of probability.
But
no, why? Why are we thinking about it in probability?
And yeah, fuck the probability.
Sample size of 1. Probability does not apply. This is stupid.
That sums it up right there. This is indeed stupid. Whew. I cannot follow up that venting of frustration. You feeling better?
No, I feel. Hey, I'm angry. This is stupid.
Well, thank you for suffering with me. I do greatly appreciate it.
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here.
What we're asking is, what's the probability that an intelligent designer created the universe, given how finely tuned it is for life? Without design, the odds of a life-permitting universe are absurdly low.
What?
Just pulling numbers right out of your ass.
Yeah, just sure, dude.
10 to the negative 500th. Fuck off, dude.
What?
Like 1 in the 10 to the 41st. Again, that's because the constants of the universe could have been anything, and most possibilities make life impossible. Now,
I know it wouldn't happen, but it'd be funny if Nintendo claimed the video for that few seconds of Mario. I just find shit like that to be hilarious. In this case, where it's like, oh, come on. Oh, man. I am fried from this. I'm destroyed. We got to finish it, though.
We have to finish it.
You got to. We're so close. You want to watch a bit of Hoven after this?
Oh man, I don't know, Chris.
I think this for once we won't have any Hoven in this one. I think this is it.
This is your palate cleanser for
Yeah, we're gonna need to take a step away from stuff. Oh, let's see where this goes.
Now, if we bring in the design hypothesis, a designer would have a reason to make the universe that supports life. And even if we're being insanely conservative and say that there's really only 1 in a billion chance that there is a designer and that they would choose a life-friendly universe, that's...
What were you going to say?
Even if we're conservative and we say 1 in a billion, how do we know that that's a conservative number? How do we know that 1 in a billion isn't super generous? Like, you're not justifying any of your logic here. I'm not seeing where you're pulling these numbers from. You're just saying big numbers.
Don't get too close to those numbers. They're going to smell like where the sun don't shine. Someone just pulled them right out of their ass.
Yeah, man.
All I'm saying.
Still way better odds than random chance. And here's where the math gets fun. Even if you...
There's been math? Have you seen any actual math?
What the fuck?
I've seen numbers. I've seen generic formulas. I haven't seen actual math.
Is he about to get into Bayesian probability?
Shit, maybe.
Start with a very low prior probability of a designer, like 1 in the 10 to the 28th. The evidence of fine-tuning raises that probability.
This is just Bayesian. You can't. Play it.
Yeah, I'm checking out comments. I gotta make them fly.
To Bayes' theorem to over 99.99%. So no matter how skeptical you are at first, fine-tuning boosts the odds in favor of design being the best explanation. So in short, the design argument isn't just some random guess or God of the gaps reasoning. It's backed by solid probability, and that probability points to the idea that there is a cosmic designer, and that is what we mean when we speak of God.
I find it absolutely hilarious that the most ardent believers, I mean, the people who would imagine themselves going to heaven on grace alone because they love God this much, the best argument they have is an appeal to probability. You don't have any solid, like, you can't show me God, so you have to appeal to probability. Oh my!
It really is incredible when you
just
take a step back and look at everything.
I feel really bad for this guy. This is terrible.
Don't feel too bad for him. This kind of bullshit's clocked in 113,000 people to subscribe, so
it's a moneymaker, man. Yeah. And I mean, and listen, I'm not going to sit here actually and like accuse him of grifting, right? Because we have no reason to think that he's grifting.
Yeah, no.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say that you genuinely believe this shit. But if your best argument, if you're a top tier argument, your S tier argument is probability. Like it's probably true. It's likely to be true. So that's why I believe it. That's a terrible argument. It's a terrible argument. I'm like, what? Dude, all you have to do is show me your soul, and that's evidence right there. Just show it to me. But no, you're appealing to probability. You're botching up some weird Bayesian evaluation here based on misconceptions and anthropocentrisms. And then, yeah, this whole thing is argumentum et anthropocentrismus. Like it's just it's so arrogant. This is the height of arrogance. Yeah, if I do math wrong, therefore God.
I'm just gonna say, I quote Matt Dillahunty when if someone was to ask what would I accept as proof of God, it's like, I don't know, but if there is a God, they would know exactly what would convince me. Obviously, they're not trying to show themselves. And if this is the best argument people trying to represent them can come up with, then, oh boy.
Man, just wow.
And that was that. What an absolute nightmare.
Nightmare, 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 nightmare.
You're going to be dreaming of Jesus Wojak.
No, please, no. Don't push that. Fate worse than death, dude. I'm gonna be seeing Jesus Wojaks in my dreams.
I'm gonna wake up to like 50 messages on Discord, and they're just gonna be a continued deranged like rant to absolute madness. By the end, it's gonna be Zalgo text coming through.
Zalgo, the one who waits behind the wall. Oh, what a throwback. We need more Zalgo in the chat, man. Oh. Well, I almost forgot. Guys in the chat, special announcement. Kurisu is giving away his door. Type 123 in chat for door giveaway.
What I wasn't made aware of this.
Yeah, he's giving away his door. Type 123 in chat for door giveaway. Yeah, man. It's what a fucking slog that was. 7 minutes, and it took us an hour and 40 to get through it.
I mean, granted, we did a whole lot of just plain fucking around, but
well,
still...
like
that was how we got through it. We needed that. The door is particle board, top quality particle board.
Yeah.
Which door? Honestly, the closet door. I'm not using that because it's filled with other people's shit.
Yeah, well, ever since you came out of it, yeah.
Ah, yeah, good point. I mean, that's what when AJ called me the other day. That's what we were really talking about. So,
Well, I mean, that's why you were like simping in the chat for him, right?
Nonstop,
slobbing on his knob like corn on the cob.
Yep, that's how I roll.
That's exactly how it goes.
All I really do is just kiss AJ's ass all day, every day.
This is so true. I've seen it.
You join AJ's Discord, you'll see it too.
Join Atheist Junior's Discord so you can also see Kurisu slob on his knob like corn on the cob.
I restarted my own Discord. It just kind of exists. I need to regenerate the invite links. But yeah,
am I in that Discord? I'm in like a bunch of people's Discords.
Probably not at the moment.
You will have to send me a link to that. That way I can keep myself check in with me and do your job.
Oh,
that way I can keep myself updated on all the Kurisu happenings.
Oh hell, nothing ever gets fucking posted in there. It's a dead zone right now. Like
nothing ever happens, guys. Stay winning. Nothing ever happens, guys. Stay winning.
And it's like my BBS that I keep on saying, I'm going to promote it. I'm going to push it out there. I reset everything. I like where it's going, and I never do.
BBS? Oh yeah. Man, you really are old.
I I didn't experience them during the day, although I could have. There's nothing that would have prevented me. I'm into like vintage computer shit, and I like terminal stuff. So, yeah.
It's okay. You can just admit that you're old, Chris.
I mean, I am old, but it's like not that old.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like 45 isn't that old,
Hey, we got people that age in the chat. Watch it. You're gonna talk bad about my friends, and then they're all gonna flash mob you. They're gonna come to your channel.
I'm not gonna talk bad about them. They're just all boomers. All of you. You're all boomers.
Oh, we got boomered. Oh, fuck. All right, so this was awesome. Of course, I want to thank everyone and appreciate you for popping in just on a whim, being like, I want to be a part of this. Let's see what happens.
Fuck it, let's hang out. Let's do it.
Hell yeah. Again, thank everybody for watching. The massive donations were incredible. Gonna be a new tax bracket for that one.
Woo!
Obviously I kid. I know we're all in that struggle where but you're all family. You're all freaking awesome. Can't say that enough. So this is Chris signing out.
Woo!
And now I actually finally stop this thing because I'm like, how do I stop it? Oh yeah, I gotta click this.